Welcome to another lecture from the topic Coriolis force. In this session, we are dealing with the effects of Coriolis force. First, the effects of Coriolis force on the surface of Earth. In this figure, you can see N denotes the north direction and S denotes south direction, E is east and W is west. And I cap is a unit vector along east direction and J cap is a unit vector along north direction. If the body on the surface of Earth is in motion with respect to Earth, then the Coriolis force act on the body is minus 2m omega into V or V dash. Here where V is the velocity of the body with respect to Earth. This is a general expression for Coriolis force, that is minus 2m omega into V. Okay. Next, the effect of Coriolis force on a freely falling body. In the case of free fall, we should consider the velocity as minus Vk. Okay. From this figure, this Earth's surface is denoted as this circle. Here, north-south direction is denoted by a straight line. Here, r is the radius vector and phi is the angle. Here, k is the unit vector along vertically upward direction and here j is the unit vector. Okay, we know that omega is the angular velocity. At this point on the surface of Earth, the omega point out in the outward direction. Omega points in the outward direction and the angle subtended by this angular velocity omega is 90 minus phi, because this complete angle is 90 degree. So, the angle subtended by this angular velocity omega is 90 minus phi. Okay. Then we have to resolve this angular velocity vector omega into component form, that in terms of sine and cos. So, I have to resolve this vector. First, I have to resolve it in the k direction, that is omega cos 90 minus phi k cap. Then I have to write it in sine term or in this direction, y direction, that is omega sine 90 minus phi j cap. Okay, so I am simply writing the expression of omega as omega cos 90 minus phi k cap plus omega sine 90 minus phi j cap. We already know that cos 90 minus phi is equal to sine phi and sine 90 minus phi is equal to cos y. So, I am substituting this value in this step. We got omega equal to omega sine phi k cap plus omega cos phi j cap. I am simply rearranging this equation. We got omega cos phi j cap plus omega sine phi k cap, where j cap is the unit vector along the north direction and I cap is the unit vector along the east direction. Okay. Then we have the expression of Coriolis force as minus 2m V into omega. Here I am just giving the value of omega and V. We know that omega is equal to omega cos phi j cap plus omega sin phi k cap. And in the case of a freely falling body, velocity V is considered as minus Vk, because in the case of falling in the downward direction, velocity should be taken as negative. So, here velocity is minus Vk. To open this bracket, we have to take the cross product. So, here we have j cap and k cap. J cap cross k cap is I cap. At the same time, j cap cross j cap is 0. Similarly, k cross k is 0 and I cross I is also 0. So, we have this first term only. The second term vanishes because k cap cross k cap is 0. So, we got, here we have a minus sign and at this portion we also have another minus sign. So, these two minus signs become positive. So, our final expression becomes 2m omega v cos phi I cap. Okay. From this expression, it is clear that the final result of Coriolis force contain the direction or the unit vector along the east direction only. We have I cap only. This is the final expression, and from this we can conclude that the only horizontal component of Coriolis force affects the motion of a freely falling body. Because of this force, a freely falling body deviates from its vertical path towards east. Okay. Due to the presence of this I cap in the final expression of Coriolis force, we can conclude that due to the effect of Coriolis force, a freely falling body deviates its path towards east. Okay. Then we are moving to next slide, that is effect of Coriolis force on a flowing river or cyclonic wind. In the case of flowing river or wind, we have to consider which is moving towards north direction. We can take the velocity as v is equal to vj cap, because j cap is the unit vector along the north direction. In such case, the Coriolis force is calculated as minus 2m. The value of omega is substituted here and the velocity is vj. So, by taking cross product, we got the j component vanishes. So, we get this sign component only. So, minus 2m into this term vanishes and k cross j is minus I. So, that minus sign and this minus sign cancel out. So, we got positive sign as a result. So, which is the Coriolis force is equal to 2mv omega sin phi I cap. In this expression also we have I component, that is the component or the position vector or unit vector towards the east direction. From this we can conclude that there is a deflection towards east direction. But in this case we have to consider the angle. The angle phi is positive in northern hemisphere and the angle phi is negative in southern hemisphere. In the case of northern hemisphere, this phi is negative and the deviation of the path is towards the right side, that means towards east. At the same time, in the case of southern hemisphere, this deviation occurs towards west. Okay. Look at this figure. The northern hemisphere, the deviation occurs towards right. In the right direction, we can see the east. Okay, the deviation towards east. But at the same time, in the case of southern hemisphere, the deviation occurs towards left side. That means towards west. Okay. From this we can conclude that because of this effect, it has been observed that the cyclonic winds are turned towards their right in northern hemisphere and towards left in the southern hemisphere. Okay, this will be the question. What is the reason behind the deflection of a cyclonic wind towards the right in the northern hemisphere? So you have to simply give the value of v and omega in the expression of Coriolis force, and you have to point out that the final result contains I cap, which denotes the deflection occur towards right direction, that is east direction. Here angle phi is positive in the case of northern hemisphere, so the deviation or the deflection occur towards east direction. Okay, that is the result. Then this is the general representation. Here Coriolis force on a moving particle is perpendicular to both omega and v. Okay. In northern hemisphere, where omega point out the ground, we know that from the figure of a freely falling body, it is clear that omega is pointing outward. Then in such cases, the projectile the deviation of the path is always towards the right side. Okay. Then in the case of southern hemisphere, the Coriolis effect reverses its direction, that is the deflection occurs towards left side, that means towards west. Okay. But in the case of equator, at the point on an equator, then this Coriolis force or Coriolis effect is 0. So Coriolis effect is 0 at the equator. Okay. Then we are simply giving some value to calculate the Coriolis acceleration, which is 2 omega v. So we got the final expression as 15 centimeter per second. That means in a single second there is a small deviation. Its value is 15 centimeter. That's extremely small. So it can be neglected. but there are such cases where it become very important. Okay. Then we have a problem. A river is flowing from north to south in the northern hemisphere with a velocity of 3 km per hour. What is the effect of Coriolis force on every ton of water flowing which arises due to the rotation of earth at the latitude of 45 degree? Here the data given are: a river is flowing from north to south direction. The first point, the velocity is 3 km per hour, and we have to calculate the Coriolis effect or Coriolis force. Here the angle is given as 45 degree. So V is equal to minus Vj. Here when we are considering anything which is moving towards north direction, velocity should be taken as positive. So here it is moving away from north direction, it is moving towards south direction. That is why the velocity is taken as minus V, and j cap is a unit vector along north direction. Okay, we have omega as omega cos phi j cap plus omega sin phi k cap. I am simply substituting this value in the equation of Coriolis force. We have a j component, so j cross j 0. That is why this cos term vanishes, and in the final expression we got minus 2 mv sin theta I cap. Here this minus sign and this minus sign cancel out, and k cross j is again a minus sign. So this minus sign come in the final result. Okay, and we have mass m is equal to 10 raised to 3 kilogram. 1 ton is equal to 10 raised to 3 kilogram. Okay, the angle phi is given as 45 degree. Velocity v is equal to 3 km per hour. It should be converted into meter per second. So for that we have to multiply 3 km per hour by 5 by 18. As a result we got 0.83 meter per second. Okay, here we are considering the rotation of earth. That is why we can easily calculate omega by using the equation 2 pi by t. Time period for the rotation of earth is 24 hours. So 24 hours should be converted into seconds. So 24 into 60 means 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So 24 hours is converted into seconds. As a result, the final expression of omega is equal to 7.25 into 10 raised to minus 5. Okay. So we got all the value which should be substituted in this equation. Then our final result becomes minus 2 mv sin phi I cap. So minus 2 into m is 10 raised to 3, omega is equal to 7.25 into 10 raised to minus 5, and our value of v is 0.83, and our final expression is sin phi, that is sin 45 degree, and we know that sin 45 and cos 45 is same, 0.707. So our final expression becomes Coriolis force is equal to minus 8.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton. So this is the expression of Coriolis force in this problem. Okay. In this class we have explained the effect of Coriolis force. First, a general expression of Coriolis force as minus 2m omega into v. In the case of freely falling body which have a deflection towards east. In the case of cyclonic wind or river, depending upon the angle, in the case of northern hemisphere it has deflection towards right, and in the case of southern hemisphere it has deflection towards west. Then we have explained a problem, simple problem. Okay, I think this class is clear to you. Thank you.